Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. Peep game. All right, man. Shout out to the brother Too Raw TV. He did a response to a video that I put out a couple of days ago, and I was posing the question: should the Lakers move LeBron James? And after what happened in regards to the look on Zion Williamson's face when he saw that the New Orleans Pelicans got the #1 overall pick, I'm more than ever convinced that the Lakers should try to move LeBron James. Now, I know LeBron James' ego will be heard, and the LeBron James apologists, the LeBron James fans, because, you know, it's everybody else's fault when LeBron James fails. You know what I'm saying? If he don't make it to the finals and lose, it's because he didn't have enough help, even though the help that he has is the help that he asked for. So, you know, it's always excuses with LeBron James. And people need to accept the fact that LeBron's best years are behind him. LeBron James will be 35 December the 29th, if I'm not mistaken. He's 35, y'all, going to his 17th NBA season. And people just can't seem to comprehend that. It's the same thing with Jordan when Jordan came back to the NBA for the third time. People thought they was going to see that Michael Jordan that was providing those highlight reels, that was, you know, doing those, you know, incredible dunks and the fadeaway. And Michael Jordan was like, I'll say he was at a total overall, he was still effective. Still averaged like 19, 20 points a game. But he wasn't the MJ that we saw, you know, commit that offensive foul against Utah to push off, because it was an offensive foul. But nevertheless, I think people are seeing the same thing with LeBron. They keep thinking that LeBron James is going to play like how he played a few years ago. Nah, it's not going to happen. So it's best to move LeBron James right now. Because I'm telling you, if the Lakers don't win next year, which more than likely they won't, once again, you evaluate LeBron James and make it a comparison to, you know, number 23, and that argument is all but closed. Which, to me, I think is closed anyway. But there's still some people out there that believe that this dude is better than MJ and Kareem, which he isn't. So, if it's me, and I'm the Lakers GM, this is real talk. Because at the end of the day, this could backfire on New Orleans. Because, shout out to the subs, I found out that Zion isn't signed to an agent, which is good. Which means he can go back to college. But he has a certain amount of time to decide. And I'm telling you right now, if Zion goes back to college, when I say this is a disaster for the New Orleans Pelicans, don't try to have foolish pride and try to play the Eli Manning game. Even though it worked out to a certain degree with the Chargers because they got Phillip Rivers. Even though Phillip Rivers hasn't won shit, but he still has put up great numbers. More than likely, he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like I said, he ain't won shit, but at the same time, hey. Now, with that being said, do you want Zion Williamson to pull a Eli Manning or a John Elway and refuse to play? I don't think so. Now, as far as that talk about he should be happy that he get drafted, man, nobody don't care about that. That's just bullshit talk that white supremacists make up to try to act like they have dominion over black people. No, it's a privilege for these white owners to draft these brothers to help them continue to make millions and either become a billionaire or stay a billionaire. Fuck what y'all talking about when it comes to that bullshit. The brothers are starting to take control and see their value. You know what I'm saying? Just like the late, great Nipsey Hussle, he saw his value, what he contributed to hip-hop and what he contributed to the black community. Well, a lot of people need to think like Brother Nipsey. Now, getting back to the basketball thing. If I'm the Lakers GM, I would call New Orleans. I would offer them 3 different packages. Package A would be LeBron James, Lonzo Ball, this year's first round draft pick, next year's first round draft pick, and then additional second round draft pick the year after next. Package 2 would be LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma. And since Kyle Kuzma is what you call a semi up and coming star, it would be just this year's first round draft pick. And then a second round next year. Or LeBron James, Brandon Ingram, that's package C, a first round draft pick this year, a second round draft pick next year, and the year after that. Either or. Because at the end of the day, they're going to require a draft pick. I feel like Kyle Kuzma's value is way higher than Lonzo Ball. I feel that Brandon Ingram could be a solid player on the right team if he could stay healthy. Because at the end of the day, New Orleans better not try to play too cool for school and have that foolish pride. Well, we just gonna draft him anyway. He gonna play here whether he like it or not. Well, if he go back to school, then what? You look stupid. You have egg on your face. Now, if I'm Zion Williamson, I would have the courtesy of contacting the New Orleans Pelicans saying, look, I have no wish and no desire to play for your organization. I want to play somewhere else. So I would appreciate it if you would either trade the rights to the pick or not draft me. But they might try to pull that shit like, oh yeah, we won't draft you and all that type of shit because it's a certain deadline. They could try to do the, okay, well, we promise not to draft you, and then they draft them anyway, and then, you know, he hires an agent, and so it got to be dead in writing. Because the Pelicans can pull that type of shit. Hopefully they don't. They could do they could get him for the okie doke. Okay, well, you know, just, you know, we promise not to draft you, so we'll deal with your agent and all that type of shit, and you know, we'll put it together and all that shit. Then they fuck around and they draft him, and then they refuse to trade him. So then you got a, you know what I'm saying, an unhappy player coming to your organization, and you don't want that. You don't even want to start somebody's career or start your career playing for a franchise you don't want to be with. So it's best that the Pelicans explore trading their first pick. Because like I said, if Zion decides to go back to school, then to me, everybody loses. So that's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.